Let's go into that Carson Wentz news a little bit because Mike Garafolo is reporting that Wentz has been working with John Gruden, known emailer, this offseason. Now joins Gruden's disciple, Sean McVay, with the Los Angeles Rams, as Aaron Wilson first reported. I think it is a big piece of information. I like the fact that John Gruden was working with Carson and was like, tell you what, man, this guy can really still spin. He's big. He's a big man. And then Sean McVay's in a situation that he's in. Obviously, they draft Stetson Bennett to be the backup quarterback. Thought there was going to be a lot of hope with Stetson Bennett being the backup quarterback. He has been away from the team for some time. Ripon comes in and plays. Ripon comes in and plays against the Packers. He was not great at all. So the Rams now are in a situation where they're trying to find something. If Carson Wentz can play football in a manner in which he's not trying to break his legs every single play, there's a chance of good football still left inside of Carson Wentz, and Sean McVay will be able to find it.
Yeah, look what happened to Baker. I mean, Baker is now the guy in Tampa, it feels like, and will be for a little bit. But to your point about, Carson Wentz not breaking both his ankles, he's on Aaron Donald's team now. So Aaron Donald can't be breaking both his ankles.
We had Myles Garrett on the show earlier. There's a lot of monsters out there, especially around this Halloween season. But Carson Wentz, when he's playing great football, AJ, this has always been the case. Philly playing great football. Wow, that's awesome. This guy's one of the best in the league. MVP. And then he'll make like 6 decisions a game where you're like, what are we doing? Then he came to the Indianapolis Colts. We picked up his whole contract. I was pumped up about it. All right, here we go. Because you watch a couple highlights of Carson Wentz, you're like, yes, this guy's a guy. And then he plays a couple games, this guy's a guy. And then all of a sudden, he's shot-putting lefty in his end zone against a division opponent in the fourth quarter. And it's going pick six for the shortest pick six in the history of the NFL. And then he gets back on the field after doing that, shot-putting a ball to the other team, shortest pick, fourth quarter against division rival. Okay, that's happening. Then next time he gets on the field, he's running around with the ball. Then he goes to puts the ball on ground. Like this to balance himself, then stands up, throws it in triple coverage.
That's right.
And then Michael Pittman Jr. makes the catch. And it's like Carson Wentz is awesome. So that is the Carson Wentz experience that I think everybody's had. Goes the Commanders, obviously not as many great times over there as the other places, but when he's playing great, boy, it's exhilarating. It is so much fun. But then there's moments that just pop up out of nowhere where it's like, whoa, why are you doing it? Why are you an adult? Do you know football? Do you understand what's going on here? Why are you doing that? And then you talk to his coaches and you hear them talk. It's like, we let Carson be Carson. It's like, well, can we stop? Can we stop? And I don't know how his parents have survived. I don't know how cardiac Carson Wentz's parents have survived because I rode one season with Carson Wentz and it was, his parents got to be the most chill humans of all time because watching their son play football, the way that he plays football has to be tasking. Every single one. He could either die or throw a touchdown. That's the type of player that Sean McVay's getting. Hopefully he'll be able to rein him in for only the positive, none of the negative.
Couldn't agree with you more on that, but I think the big negative here is who was supposed to be a true game time decision on Sunday. This is bad news for Matthew Stafford, right? Like this is.
Well, they're gonna need a backup anyways, right?
Yeah, after ripping.
What?
No, I just assume this is bad.
Bad news.
I don't think so.
Oh, so you think Matt's playing this weekend?
Stafford played with a broken freaking neck.
He's not. He's playing soon enough.
Tried to play against the Packers.
Yeah.
Well, places don't normally sign a quarterback.
Listen to a podcast. We listen to podcasts. What's a podcast?
He does have
Kicking it with Kel?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the other one with Coop.
Yeah, he doesn't have two podcasts. His wife has.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
You guys.
What?
He's got one podcast, okay? His wife has the other podcast. He doesn't have two podcasts.
You're the one saying that he has two podcasts.
Why? I didn't. Let's rewind that. Never said that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
kind of the way. Kind of did. You did.
Tony.
But have they said anything on the podcast how he feels? Because you're thinking this necessarily means Carson Wentz is starting this week for the Los Angeles Rams?
Oh, starting? Yeah, it's a good chance. It's a better chance of him starting than Matt, I think, at this point. You know, obviously thumb, that's a big issue when you're throwing him. But, I mean, Carson, look, you look around the league, it ain't a lot of great quarterback play going on.
A lot of backups.
He's been out for a while. Obviously, talented guy. You guys saw him in person. We saw big sumbitch. So he's got an arm. He's got all the skill sets. It's just obviously between the ears. Maybe he's got a different perspective. John Gruden, a lot has been said about him. Obviously, he is a good football coach, a good guy to be working with if you are a quarterback. So, and then you're going to Sean McVay. Connor mentioned it. Shit, we saw what happened with Baker Mayfield on the short week and then where Baker Mayfield is now. So, another high draft pick. So Carson Wentz, he has the tools. We just haven't seen him put it together. So, but
Rams have a
positive
bye this
vibes.
weekend.
Oh,
Okay.
that's big.
Okay, that's big news for both Stafford and for Carson
for both,
Wentz. That's good news.
Well, I also think, match made in heaven. You think Carson Wentz, where should this guy be in L.A.? Bright lights, big city. That really kind of meshes with his personality
Good hunting out
perfectly. That's the other thing is deer season, mallard season. We are right smack dab in the middle of it right now. Guess what? Not a whole lot of hunting out in L.A. He can go big game hunting, maybe kill a couple of those pumas or, mountain lions that we've seen. But,
He will.
You just,
will.
Yeah, there's mountain lions that are eating their animals. All those little dogs.
No mountain lions, no American lions eating any Carson Wentz's animals.
No.
Carson Wentz will kill them.
But like Jessica Simpson's dog, I think they ate hers a while back. Yeah.
Jessica Simpson lost her dog to a mountain lion?
I don't know when, but yeah, I remember hearing different celebrities. They put the little dogs out in the backyard at night and
Like
snatch
Gaga.
them right up.